Yeah, we already picked, there might be one.
Pindoro.
Yeah, they get about this big. And then we have H.E.A.R.T there. There's a much happier one down that way going up the citrus tree. That's a perennial squash. It's about the shape and size of a pear. It's really great for subtropical climates. And then all down this, obium, and yeah, I think that's all the plants. That's an avocado that freezes to the ground every year.
It's more of a chop and drop avocado.
Yeah, different crops coming in. So it's all these soils covered, diverse plantings, usage of perennials, all these different things combining soil diversity. So we're always maximizing diversity in the gardens. This is winged bean, which is a great tropical summer bean. This one is a day-neutral variety with edible beans. You can eat them as a vegetable or shell them, and then edible leaves and tubers and flowers that taste like mushrooms. And then there's a really good climbing cowpea variety alternating with those. And then even just this sweet potato, I went around the farm and cut like 8 different sweet potato varieties. So it's all different ones. There's purple ones and white ones and orange ones and all that. So in the summer, instead of this all just turning into a big chest-high weed jungle, it'll be a sweet potato ground cover and these climbing tropical beans. We'll have edible sweet potato leaves coming out, the tubers eventually, winged bean tubers, all those different yields, cowpea leaves, cowpea pods. Over here you see a similar kind of process going on. So there's yard-long beans, which is actually a cowpea subspecies climbing up these poles, and then sprawling calabaza tropical pumpkins underneath. And those store for like 12 months of the year. So you can pick all these big pumpkins we'll have soon. And we're trying to catch an armadillo. If any of you are wanting... And this one is actually flowering, which is odd because they're not supposed to flower this time of year.
H.E.A.R.T perennial squash.
And this froze to the ground and came back up.
Yes, ma'am.
This also has really nice like asparagus type shoots. So if you break this off, that's a really nice perennial vegetable out there. The leaves are edible, perennial squash, and then it also makes an edible root. And it loves to climb trees like this. And everything you're seeing around here is not irrigated at all. The only things really that are irrigated are the annual. We're working on turning it into a kind of a living food forest thing. So this dying citrus will be gone soon and be replaced with an olive, like the symbol of peace right here in the center of our garden. And then like a multi-storied thing will be going in here soon with papayas and stuff. So this is arrowroot, which is a maranta. Makes these rhizomes that taste like sweet corn. It's a really, really good, easy crop for, I think it'll grow in all of the state of Florida. Everyone should be growing that. It tolerates shade, really no maintenance. And then this arbor, again, you can build one of these for 30 bucks and have it until you die. This is Triumph and Alachua grapes, good muscadine grapes. We have cassava that's gone in here. And you see these borders everywhere. This is a really nice addition to our farming systems now. We go in the woods, or when we like this, we just cut down a citrus. That wood makes a long-term fertility investment. It keeps the weeds out, and it's like a really good way to utilize wood. It's a dinosaur kale, which looks really, someone harvested it pretty hard today. And a lot of the food we're going to be eating here in the kitchen comes from the garden. So we just harvested lots of carrots, zucchini, kale, all sorts of stuff will be in the meals through the week. And yeah, we're just now switching over to like summer crops. So we just mulched this. This is going to be jack bean to fix nitrogen as a cover crop, and then as a vegetable. We got okra and peanut. Going that way, we'll be putting in pigeon pea and lab and mucuna and all these different legumes.
Big challenge is trying to keep the weeds down.
Tananashi, fuyu, saijo, and I don't know what this one is. And then this is the Native American persimmon. And then over here, we're putting in extra cold hardy Mexican avocado varieties. Mulberry selections, Himalayan mulberry from Fruit and Spice Park, Pakistan, on 6th Street, which is a selection from Gainesville. Down there is Kudrania Che, which is a Moraceae species with really good, kind of like a fig. And you see the perennial peanut. So what we're hoping to do here is this mulch transroot. This is a variety called Bounty that's supposed to do well in colder climates. And then tropical true yams, chayote, and edible air potato. So before we walk under, this arbor was just pines that got killed by a beetle around here. I think they were a mix of sand pines and longleaf pines. We didn't buy anything to build this arbor. It was just scrap stuff. And instead of letting all that sunlight just hit the path, now we're turning that into food products. So these air potatoes are a special variety from Hawaii that are edible. They get about this big, they can. And you go under, and the H.E.A.R.T over there, so you go under and pick squash and potatoes in the fall. Well, it's 3 years old, it freezes to the ground every year and comes back. This year I probably got 75 pounds of papaya off here. I was just throwing them out, like, and filling up a wheelbarrow of green papayas.
So it's just sitting at the base of a compost bin.
Yeah, which is good.
Happy.
Muscadine grapes will eventually cover this. A few people noticed how cool these arbors are. You can get a sheet of this stuff that's perfect 15-foot arch for 30 bucks. Yeah. And it's like a long-term, it's pretty cool. Muscadine grapes. H.E.A.R.T, which if you don't know, is like a great perennial green, really nutritious with little pea-flavored leaves. Tithonia, Mexican sunflower, is in here as a dynamic accumulating chop and drop mulch. So you just cut this back and to open up sunlight, and then use it as mulch, and it brings phosphorus up.
Or you
can
turn it into rabbit food.
Yeah, or rabbit. It's good rabbit food. And this is a Pajoa fruit tree, so the phosphorus from this will help that get along. And then there's sweet potato all under it. And the sweet potato in just a few weeks will be completely filled out in the understory and will be once. And we have apples and pear and nectarine, other fruits. You want to say anything about the orchard?
Chickens were recently removed from this orchard. Otherwise this mulch would not be here. So we